Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another terrific Tuesday. Spooky edition. Thank you, Kaon, for the subscription. That's incredible. 10 months. Welcome back. Hope you are having a terrific Tuesday. We are going to play some of the spooky games in the Queer Games bundle tonight, because there's a lot of them. And why not bundle them together in the bundle? And it's September now, so it's officially spooky season, so get on board. But yeah, so we're doing a little early Halloween. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it with Graveyard Shift, which is by Kinnerus. So, let's take a look. Is this how to play? Goal of this game is to make the sad ghosts happy and collect them. They naturally become happy, and it's your job to stop things from making them upset. Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Hi. What am I doing? Okay, I can shovel. Interesting. Hi. What am I stopping them? Okay, what can I shovel? Can I shovel this? Does that make you upset? Okay, so yeah, that makes you upset. Get out of here, bird. How about these mushrooms? I can't do that. Okay. So I'm tending these. Oh, I see. Okay. Uh-oh. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Hang on. I'll make him happier. Oh boy, this is tough. Get out of here, birds. Okay. Hey, get out of here. Go. I like my little character. Oh no, there's an Angie ghost. Huh. Are they becoming happy? I don't see any naturally becoming happy, if I'm being perfectly honest. I see one Angie ghost, which is understandable. Hey, get out of here. Am I doing this? Is there something off to the screen? Oh my god, there isn't off the screen. Okay. I kept seeing things going over here. Ruben and Ripley. Alright. Can I... Oh, I can dig these. What do these do? Okay. Do I also want to clean this up? Okay. Cool. Oh no. Okay. Score is 0. What? I felt like I did pretty good. Okay. Oh, I need to collect them. Oh, but I didn't get any happy ghosts. Let's try again. Is there something off this side? I see a mushroom here. No. So there's just a secret off to the right. Okay. So, what? Okay, get out of here, birds. Okay, whatever. I can't weed whack until they're grown. Also, my microphone is slightly in the way. Okay, so that's an Angie ghost. How do I make you not Angie? Hey, what's up? I feel like I was doing a pretty good time. Okay, this I need to write. Okay, you get up. Alright, I'm gonna... Maybe I need to go deal with that plot over here. Get out of here. Or do I need to... Oh, maybe I need to replant... Oh, I think I need to bring those over to replant them, maybe? Yeah, because these were knocked over. Okay. So I messed that up. I see. Maybe there will be more now. Hey, hey, get out of here. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's go see if there's more. There are, okay. Let me grab one so I can replant. Alright, so, like, you need one. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Also, they just die over time? Oh my gosh. Get out of here, jerks. No. Unless crows are good. I don't think they are. I'm gonna assume they're not because I can shoo them away. Okay. Let's go get another plant. Oh my gosh, what? I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Like, almost as good as I can. What am I missing? It may just be a hard game. But surely someone has gotten a score greater than 0. That is my assumption. Where's the first one that's been knocked over? None yet. Look at that. Why are you angry? Why did this happen? Right? I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of removing things that make ghosts angry. Get out of here. No, thank you. Come be happy, ghosts. Have any been knocked over? I don't think they have been. That's better than last time. Do I have to get rid of this Angie ghost? I think you're the problem. Hey. So these are dying. Okay, so let's replant with better ones. Hey, thank you. So, like, you down here need one. Oh no, I planted it, but it was in the wrong place. That sucks. Come on. Alright. We may be ending... maybe reaching the end of our time with Graveyard Shift. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna double check if there's something obvious I'm missing. I knew it was a smaller game, but... defeating the red ghost when it shows up, it says. Oh, fixing the scarecrow. Okay. So I have to defeat the red ghost. Alright, so that's new information, and fix the scarecrow. Let's see if I can figure that out. So does the scarecrow start upright. It doesn't. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Get rid of that. I wonder how I defeat the red ghost. I think that's the only action I have, so... Yeah, already, Scarecrow being up is way better. We got no ghosts. Or no crows. We got plenty of ghosts. But ghosts are good. Okay, red ghost, get out of here. Hey. Hey. Go away, red ghost. Wow, okay, I can just do that. Fair enough, we're learning. Hey, okay, so crows are here, so that must be gone. I also need to replace at least one of these. Okay, so let's go do this. Great. Hopefully I won't miss this time. Come on! There's no consistency to where it goes. I guess it's off to the left a little bit. Okay, I'll get this. There we go. Nice. Get out of here, red ghost. Thank you. Okay, I need more flowers. A couple of them, in fact. Yeah, alright. Ooh, and a happy ghost. Oh my god, I scored a point. I scored a point! Look at that progress. Hey, get out of here, crow. I need so many flowers. And another one. Oh my gosh, I'm collecting them all over the place. Okay, I need so many flowers. That's the next step, I guess. Okay, and this. And there's a red ghost. Cool. Alright. Progress. It really seems like it's more time than anything. They don't seem to need flowers. Although that's nice. Okay. Sure. I don't know. Don't know why it ended. I guess I had time. Yeah, so this is Grievard, who's a Pokemon. He's a little ghost dog hanging out in a pumpkin right now. Maybe that was just my time limit. Okay, cool. I think that's good. So, I felt like he was a good choice for spooky times. Great. That'll do it for Graveyard Shift. Let's move on to the next game, which is this one. Do. Aha. It is DIOV by Vapor Wario. Score 5, yes, that is the highest score you can get, I'm assuming. I have no idea. Let's see if this is in here. It's not. Fair enough. Okay. Boop. Okay. Here we go. My throat feels scratchy. I think it's a Bitsy game, but I'm not sure. Look at my little bed. It's too hot to sleep anymore. And a computer? Weird, the internet's down. I don't think there's any audio. Ow, my head hurts too. You're up late. We have any aspirin left? There's a person there, huh? Oh, what, oh boy. Hang on. I'm gonna restart. I didn't realize that also advanced the text. Yep. Okay. You're up late. We have any aspirin left? Huh? Oh, now we're out. What are you watching? Oh? Something about some comet or something. I just can't seem to fall asleep. Yeah, me neither. Uh-oh. Meteorological Mondays. A massive comet has entered the solar system. Scientists say there is no danger to the Earth and are excited to observe the phenomena. Probably should be phenomenon. Also, there was the wrong your earlier, but that's fine. I need to buy some aspirin. Okay. Oh, I need to buy some aspirin. Yep, okay. This way then. Oh, hang on. Alright. Where? Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Whoop. My headache's getting worse. Oh, a 7-Eleven. Okay. Sure. Let's go talk to people. Hey, don't cut. Ugh. Ooh. Stupid fucking migraine. Everyone's got headaches. Oh, hello, whippersnapper. I feel quite energized tonight. First hot dog I'll have in 15 years. Okay. Did, did you see that? See what? That guy's nose is bleeding. Okay. What do you say? Aspirin's on the second aisle. Okay, I found it. Hopefully this will help. I'm gonna buy it. That'll be 10.50. Thank you. Come again. Okay. I see that star. That's fun. Okay. Hello? DIOV ni nears my. So I am staring into the void. DIOV. Void backwards. Aha, aha. Excuse me? Do you need help, mister? DIOV. Bloom. Whole. Happy. Dirt. Happy. Dirt. Consumed. Happy. Dirt. Better get out of here. Okay, bye. This aspirin isn't helping. It feels like my head's about to burst. Hello? I knew it. They didn't believe me. It's not a normal comet. They didn't believe me. It talks to people. Okay. Interesting. What are you... So are you... I don't know what you're doing, throwing stuff away. Helio. Oh, nope. Hello. Case. That's not a... Hi. Did you know? DIOV makes you whole from the parts. I'll be a beautiful flower soon. Okay. DIOV. The flower. Stop, get out of my head. Oh, hey, it's the old man from 7-Eleven. Hey, little whippersnapper. What a great night, huh? How was the hot dog? Hey, little snapper. Have you heard this one? What? The flower will bloom. All from its parts. The dirt will be consumed. Happy to. Darn, my memory's not what it used to be. What's the next bit? Happy to be used. Oh, fuck, I don't know, man. I gotta go. This is getting weird. This is getting scary. DIOV will bloom whole. Whole the parts DIOV. So happy, so happy. The remains will be broken down. Become useful again. It'll be useful again, DIOV. Goodbye. Where are we? What is this? Fuck, this stupid phrase is driving me up the wall. What the fuck is DIOV? We all are DIOV. Uh-oh. Hello. Oh, I have a halo. Did I die? Maybe. The flower will bloom whole from the parts. The dirt will be consumed, happy to be used. The remains will be broken down, become useful again. The creature dies, accepting its place. Oh, okay. We did it. That was DIOV. Very spooky. Let's check out another game. Let's do this one. We're cruising through the small ones right now. So far, very interesting. Okay. New game. Jillo Lantern. Go. That one has a category on Twitch. Perfect. Okay. And we got Jillo Lantern by Screensaver Studios. Okay. Start new interview, sure. Is this full screen? This is full screen. Can I make it fuller screen? Full screen. Great. This game features low polygon depictions of violence and death and involves several topics which may be upsetting to some viewers. Please see the About section in the Help menu for a full list of topics, but be aware it may contain mild spoilers. If you enjoy listening to true crime podcasts or popular YA media, you should be fine. Okay, let's do a quick peek in the Help About. Schloop. Okay. So it deals with emotional abuse, physical abuse, family abuse, bigotry, alcohol use, unwilling intoxication of illegal drugs, allusions to racial supremacists, harmful discrimination against neurodivergent people, and toxic relationships. So just so you know, those are content warnings. Resume. Nope. Great. Please take a seat. Hang on, sorry, adjusting my volume a little bit. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to start by assuring you that everything you tell me will be kept in the strictest of confidence, and will only be used or distributed as it is absolutely required. I need you to tell me the whole truth about what happened, no matter how horrific, unbelievable, or impossible it may have been. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. Ooh, first choice. Okay, we're getting achievements. Here we go. Here we go. I think so. My concept of what's impossible is pretty different from what it was 2 days ago, though. That's a good sign, Miss Finala. Can you state your full name, age, and date of birth for the record, please? I love this art style. Vivian Victoria Finala, 20 years old, October 31st. Aha! We got a Halloween baby. This was yesterday for... Oh, boy. Hang on. Can you show me the history? No. Transcript. Yeah, that was yesterday for you, wasn't it? This all happened on your birthday. Yeah. Is that an action figure of me? I like to use models to help understand events. Is that okay? Sure. Thank you. We can begin whenever you're ready. Well, where should I begin? What brought you to the lake? I like that it says costume, too. My roommate, Joy Rancher. My birthday is on Halloween, and there's a party out on Lake Shish Kebab, so she dragged me out there. Did you want to go? No, but she said I had to go. Take your time, there's no rush. We went out to the lake. The party was okay for a little bit. Then people started disappearing, including Joy. I went out looking for her, but I found some dead bodies instead. How did you know they weren't actors or props? It was Halloween. I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. I can tell a real corpse when I see one. Or smell one. Really, I wouldn't have thought there'd be much need to handle corpses in that particular field. I've been taking some extra courses. Accidentally. Well, what happened after you found the bodies? I went back to the party to get help. Joy was still missing, but I couldn't go looking for her by myself with an unknown murderer on the loose. There was barely anyone left on the beach, and the people who were there were too far gone to understand what I was saying. Nothing I said seemed to get through to them. I figured they were all too drunk or high to understand me. I should have realized. Don't try to get ahead of yourself. Just keep going in the order of events as they happened. Well, the beach was no good, so I headed over to the old abandoned ranger station that was nearby. Mark, the school quarterback, and his football friends had set up a sort of VIP area over there. I should have realized something was up when I went inside and found them all completely sober. I tried to tell them about the bodies, of course, but of course they didn't believe me. They just laughed and said it was a prank. But I managed to convince Mark and one of his buddies to follow me back to the docks to see for themselves. It took 10 minutes of them messing with the bodies before they were convinced they were real corpses. After that, they agreed to help me look for Joy. They didn't go back to tell the others, or call for help. No, Mark agreed with me that finding Joy was the most important thing to do at the moment. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was too emotional. That's perfectly understandable, Miss Finala. Please continue. Well, we found Joy's body pretty quickly. She was in the middle of a giant pentagram laid out on the forest floor, a little ways away. While I was sobbing my eyes out over her body, a muscular woman with a jack-o'-lantern for a head walked out of the woods. Nobody recognized her from the party, and she didn't say anything. Oh no! She just raised a blood-stained machete and started power-walking towards us. Needless to say, we all assumed she was responsible for the murders and ran. Not the best first impression. I've had worse, actually. How have you had worse first impressions? That's very interesting. Damn, this is a lot of dead bodies. As we ran from her, we kept finding more dead bodies scattered around the forest. There were some up in the trees, a lot of them that we nearly tripped over, and just corpses everywhere. Did any of you try to leave or call for help during that time? There's no cell service near the lake, or any other working phone since the ranger station shut down, so calling for help was out of the question. We couldn't go back to town either because Mark lost his keys while running from the pumpkin woman. And every vehicle we found was wrapped around a tree with another body or two inside it. It's like a slasher movie mixed with a drunk driving PSA. What about leaving on foot? Hiking at night in that area is inadvisable at the best of times. The lake is surrounded on all sides by mountains, and Mark insisted that taking the road on foot would make us sitting ducks for the pumpkin woman. Given all the bodies, nobody felt like arguing with him. At first we tried barricading ourselves inside the ranger station, but after we told the football team about the pumpkin woman, they decided that setting up some extra security was a better idea. They had some innovative ideas. Unfortunately, the traps proved more lethal to them than the pumpkin woman. What is happening? This is getting wild. As soon as she showed up, most of the football players ran right into their own traps trying to escape. Is that a gun? Yeah, huh. It's a long shotgun. Long rifle? It's double-barreled, huh. Where they fell off the roof and broke their neck while shouting at everyone else to watch out for the traps. It was utter chaos until Kenny ran out with a shotgun and blasted the woman right in the pumpkin. She shrugged it off with an echoey, spooky laugh, then grabbed the shotgun and broke it in two with her bare hands. That's not good. We realized that whatever she was, she couldn't be human, so we ran. When we stopped to catch our breath, the three of us tried to figure out what to do next. I said we should chance it and take the road back to town. Mark said we need to find somewhere else to hide until someone came to save us. And Kenny suggested that we visit the old witch who lived on the lake. I'd never heard of a witch of the lake before, but Kenny said he'd heard rumors about her at the party. We put two and two together and realized she must know something about the bulletproof pumpkin woman. Mark was against it at first, but he changed his mind when Kenny and I threatened to leave without him. Oh, hello, you found it. We took a boat across the lake and trudged through the forest for a bit until we found her cave. The witch wasn't there, but she left her spellbook behind on a table. It was written in Old German, which is my second language thanks to my grandmother. And it was open to a spell for summoning a demon, which explained our pumpkin friend. As I picked up the book, the pages flipped on their own to another spell, one that could kill the pumpkin demon. I should have questioned it, but I had a way to avenge Joy. That was all I cared about. God, I was such an idiot. So you took the book to kill the demon. That was the plan. But on the way out, we ran into the witch. Well, technically Kenny ran into the point of her magic knife. Oh no! Wow, what? He melted into a puddle of goo right in front of our eyes. Even with all the carnage I'd seen that night, it was stomach churning. Sound. The smell. It was awful. She had another magical artifact. No, the knife was just another spell from the book. I see. Please continue. The witch told us that if we gave back the book, she would destroy the demon. Mark seemed willing until I said she was lying, and that she was the one who had brought it here in the first place. The witch tried to attack me and take the book, but Mark tripped her and threw her into her own cauldron. There's a lot happening very quickly here. We got out of there while she boiled to death. A very grim fate for a witch. See what you did there, Brothers Grimm. Well, we didn't have any breadcrumbs to follow. Oh, come on. What am I looking for? I'm looking for transcript. But I needed to find somewhere with clear access to the sky to cast the spell, so we went back to the lake. We were about halfway there when we heard heavy footsteps following behind us. Okay. What did you do? The only appropriate thing to do when you're being stalked by a demon. We ran like hell. She's very quippy for someone who had a horrific experience. Oh, it's happening. Oh, we're going. Oh, now it's 2D. Okay, so now we're in the moment. Mark, wait!
What?
Are you kidding? That thing's right behind us. Mark was the star quarterback, so I had some difficulty keeping up with him as he ran like a scared rabbit through the dim forest. I could hear the steady, rhythmic crunching of the underbrush under the demon's boots behind us. Its steps were even, unhurried, but they were coming closer and closer with every thudding step, like I could walk faster than I could run. I forced myself to push through the pain in my chest and sprint after Mark, but the footsteps just kept coming closer. Damn it, I'm the one with the book, you stupid! Oof! Oh no. My foot snagged on a tree root, and the spellbook went flying out of my arms as I landed hard on the forest floor. I had the wind knocked out of me, but I pushed myself up and spat out some dead leaves as I looked around for the book. It had landed in the shadows, but I knew exactly where it was. It was like it was calling to me. Can you describe the book? It was grotesque. Ooh, got some like Necronomicon stuff going on. The book was bound in pale white skin, and its spine was a real human spinal column, complete with ribs that sank into the cover of the book. Whenever I touched the book, whenever I touched it, the book seemed to shift and pulsed slightly under my fingers, almost like it was alive. Interesting. Please continue. I scrambled over to grab the book and heard something crashing through the forest ahead of me. I looked up and saw Mark running back for me. Hey! Hey, come with me if you want to live, and all that shit. Let's go. Oh no! I saw his eyes dart over my head before growing wide with terror. I didn't have to look back to know what he'd seen. I took his hand before he ran off without me again, and he half dragged me through the forest. We ran for a bit longer until we hit the docks that we had tied the boat to. Hey! Come on, just a little bit further. I'm trying. When we reached the far end of the dock, Mark stepped dead in his tracks. I nearly ran into him and was about to ask what his problem was when I saw the answer for myself.
What the?
The boat we'd tied to the dock was floating nearly 30 yards away out in the middle of Lake Shish Kebab. The rope we'd used to tie it to the dock had been hacked apart by a familiar-looking machete that was still embedded inside the post. I felt the bottom drop out of my stomach as I realized why the demon had seemed so casual as it chased us.
Damn it.
Clever bitch. Hey! We're gonna have to swim. This book is our only chance of stopping that thing. We can't risk it getting wet. Okay, then you stay here and I'll get the boat. I think the escape plan ship has already sailed. We slowly turned to look behind us. Standing at the edge of the forest was an annoyingly self-satisfied looking pumpkin demon. She thought she had us trapped, but she was wrong. As she stepped out of the shadows, I felt the spellbook wriggling under my fingers. The power inside it thrummed through me, practically begging for me to unleash it. It was almost like I could hear a voice whispering in my ear, telling me what to do, telling me to avenge Joy's death. I had my target, my weapon, and the perfect opportunity.
Okay.
Buy me some time. What? I only need a minute. Ugh. Damn it, will you stop being such a coward and be a man for once in your life? What did you call me? I said you're a coward. But if you want to prove otherwise, then here's your chance. Just stall the thing for a minute and don't let it get onto the dock. Or run around screaming like a chicken and draw it away, but just buy me some time. Mark glared at me for a second, then adjusted the collar of his letterman jacket and grabbed the machete stuck in the dock post. It took him a couple of tries, but he managed to pull it free and nearly fell on his ass in the process. Alright, I'll take care of this bitch, then I'll show you exactly what kind of man I am. He slicked his hair back and strutted toward the waiting demon. I tried to focus on finding the spell the book had shown me back in the cave.
Come on.
Come on, where is it? Hey, freak face. Do you have any idea who you are dealing with here? My name is Marcus. My name is Marcus Andrew Martin, star quarterback of the Cravenport Ute. And you best remember that, because I'm the one who's about to send you back to the pumpkin patch. In pieces, small ones.
Ugh.
I did my best to ignore Mark's attempt at trash-talking the 6-foot-tall, 300-pound killing machine, and focused on flipping through the book while not getting any paper cuts. I didn't want to find out what I might summon if I spilled blood on that thing, or what diseases I might contract.
Come on.
Come on, I know it's in here somewhere.
Aha!
Aha! And there it was. Tote den Mordor, which translates to kill the killer, correct? What sort of spell was it exactly? It was supposed to be a kind of divine judgment. If you cast a spell on someone who had killed a human being, then the wrath of the heavens would smite the wicked from the earth. I see. A magical trial and execution rolled into one.
What?
You think you're tough, huh? I tried to keep my focus on the spell as it began the incantation, but it was difficult.
Huh?
You think you're tough, huh? What?
What?
You think you got what it takes to take me? Mark was making it impossible for me to concentrate. I had a really hard time focusing on anything when there were people talking around me, and he was screaming so loudly I could have heard him across the lake. He was at least buying me time, though. The demon was still watching him and hadn't moved from her spot at the edge of the woods. Though I wouldn't say she looked exactly intimidated.
What?
We trashed the Del Toro Bulls, the Robtown Zombies, and the Stephenville Kings. We are gonna crush you into pumpkin pie, you little freak. What? I tried to block him out and focus on the spell, but he started saying we instead of I, and it was really throwing me off. I was about to yell at him to shut up when... We are the Cravenport Slashers, and we are gonna slash you from here! The sounds of Mark's sudden sputtering choke forced me to look up from the book. He had his back to me, but I could see him tottering back and forth while he clutched at his throat. Oh, that's not good. He dropped the machete and took a few staggering steps back before turning around so I could see him. His throat had been cut, but he looked surprised, almost confused. I take it the demon had finally gotten tired of his boasting. No. She still hadn't moved from her spot. If anything, she looked even more surprised and confused than Mark was. I don't understand. What happened? I couldn't figure it out either until... She closed her eyes and slapped a hand to her face. I'm afraid I still don't understand. What killed him? In a word, hype. The Cravenport Slashers team slogan is "We slash you from here to ear." How such a violent and oddly phrased slogan survived past the 90s is a mystery. Past the 90s, great, okay. But the phrase is always accompanied by jerking your thumb across your neck in a quick slashing motion. You don't mean. It seemed Mark had hyped himself up a bit too much and forgot about the very real and very sharp machete he was holding. What is this song? This song is from... something. I've heard it before. That's very funny. Death by Team Spirit. That's a new one. Hello, Aegis. Welcome in. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. What's going on? We are playing spooky games from the Queer Games bundle tonight. How's your day been? Mark looked at me and reached a hand out as if asking for help. Also, there's a lot of murder in this, so if you don't like that, that's fine. You can you can leave. Just letting you know. I have no idea what the idiot expected me to do. He just slashed his own throat. I couldn't exactly put a band-aid on it. Hello, Nathan. Welcome in. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. We're playing a slasher game. Spooky games from the Queer Games bundle. This one is called Jillo Lantern by Screen Saver Studios, which is a great name for a studio, but I did not comment on it earlier. He managed to take one shaky step towards me before falling to his knees and slumping over to his side, still twitching and gurgling. I'm recounting events from the past that are being shown. I'm recounting them to an interviewer, but sometimes we flash back into the moment. I stared down at him for nearly a full minute as my brain tried to process what had happened. So many people had died that night. I was honestly a bit numb to it by then. But seeing someone die in such a stupid way was... I couldn't look away. I just stared at him, shaking my head. Still twitching and gurgling. Yeah, this is... It's going some places. It's quite graphic. What about your demon? She was doing the same thing, just watching and shaking her head. When he finally stopped moving, we just kind of looked at each other awkwardly for a second. Then she started stomping her way up the dock toward me. I turned my attention back to the spell and started reciting again. The thudding footsteps on the dock were significantly less distracting for me than Mark had been, so I was finally able to concentrate. This time, I could feel the power building in the words. Can you describe what it was like, casting a spell for the first time? It was like there's an electrical current going through my body. No, more like puppet strings threading themselves through my bones. My German was a little rusty, but I remember there was a weird tingling sensation in my lips as I spoke. Like something else was shaping them into the correct syllables for me.
Blitztote murder!
Ooh. The tingling grew stronger the further I read, and as it did, the words started to form more easily on my lips, until I didn't have to think about it. It was like I'd been saying the words all my life. Something else had.
Macht des Jenseits nicht mehr sagen.
As I read on, a powerful wind kicked up around me. It swept past me, but the demon was buffeted like she was fighting a hurricane, and it slowed her to a stop. Clouds started to appear out of nowhere above me, blocking out the light of the moon and the stars. It was almost pitch black except for the jack-o'-lantern face of the demon and the pages of the spellbook. I don't know if the pages were glowing or if I could see in the dark somehow, but the book wouldn't let me stop reading. I could feel myself losing control. Part of me was scared of what was happening, but another part was... It felt so good, so powerful. God, I feel sick just thinking about it. Go on.
They murdered!
As I reached the end of the incantation, I paused at the last word to look up at the demon. It's not a jello lantern, no, it's a Jill-o-lantern. She was only a few feet away, but struggling against the winds to keep her footing. I'd been so terrified of her before, but seeing her like that, so helpless against my power, it was... Miss Finella? I'm sorry. I thought I was okay, but it's alright. Just take a minute. If I may ask a question, you said you felt like you were on puppet strings and something was guiding your lips. Did it feel like you had lost control, or did you just give in and not fight it? I don't know if I could tell the difference. I'm not a very strong person. Not in any way. It's so much easier and safer to just do as I'm told and let other people take care of things for me. When I saw Joy's body that night, I realized I didn't have anyone left I could trust. I felt adrift. Alone. Also, hello Brad, welcome in. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. We're playing spooky games from the Queer Games bundle. What is up with you? Hope you're having a great day. This one is a horror game, just so you know, and is a slasher and very graphic about deaths. But then I heard that whisper in my head. It didn't sound like anyone in particular, but it felt familiar. Safe. Ooh boy, the green eyes! It was like I'd finally found exactly what I've been looking for all my life. Someone else just to tell me what to do, and... Miss Finella. Vivian! What? We lost you for a second there. Are you okay? Sorry. I'm okay, I just realized something. Which is... I'm really not the same person I was back then. It's only been a day or two, but everything's changed. I can never go back to being that person, can I? Miss Finella, Vivian, I need you to know that none of what happened was your fault. Thanks for saying that, but I think you'll see some of it was definitely my fault. I figured out what that song was, and it's the fact that a YouTuber I watch uses it a lot. That's where that song came in. Anyways, although I can't take all the blame, she caused a lot of problems too. Ooh, no thank you. Just get rid of that bot. Your demon, you mean? Yeah, my demon. Let's continue then. Right. Where was I? Oh yeah. She looked more annoyed than anything about the winds, but I remember staring into her glowing eyes as I brought my hand down and screamed the last word of the spell.
Schlagen!
The next instant, there was an explosion of sound and a flash of brilliant white light. I was blinded, but I could feel the raw power of the spell moving in slow motion. The bolt of lightning I had summoned fell straight down on top of her. And missed. Missed? Yep, it took a hard right turn at the last millisecond and zapped Mark instead. The spell killed a dead man. Dying man. I'm pretty sure he still had a little life left in him when the spell struck. Or maybe it was just the lightning making his body do a little post-mortem jump? But why did the spell pick a dying football star over a demon that had killed more than a dozen innocent people that night? It would be a while until I figured that out. All I could do at the moment was watch in stunned silence as the overpowering smell of ozone and burnt rubber from Mark's melting sneakers filled my nose. After a minute, I looked up from the smoldering pile of former football star to the inhuman killing machine standing less than 10 feet away from me. I thought it was all over until...
Nice shot, Lomatel.
She can talk?
What
the... And that's when things started getting complicated. Boom, okay. That's not how you spell prologue. But we unlocked a prologue. I guess that was the prologue. Oh, here we go. Jillo Lantern. Title drop. Oh, whole title sequence. Hell yeah. Nice. I do like that it sometimes switches between 3D and 2D. That's fun. For the present is 3D and the past is 2D. Or I guess the frame story is 3D and the events as they happen are in 2D. That was the first time she had spoken to you. It was the first time she had spoken at all. That pumpkin-headed smartass had been stalking me all night, popping up and scaring the living hell out of me with so much as a peep. And the first words out of her mouth were a lame joke about my aim. I had no idea how to react, so I just kind of stood there, trying to make sense of anything, and failing.
Human.
Hello, Earth to Human. You in there? She stepped forward and waved a gloved hand in front of my face. I snapped out of my daze and jumped back away from her, not realizing that I was past the edge of the dock until my foot stepped down into empty air. Ah!
Whoa!
Whoa, watch it! Just before I fell into the water, she grabbed me by the arm, and carefully pulled me back into the dock. Easy there, human. Easy. You're probably still riding a little high from touching upon forces beyond your comprehension and whatever. Just take a second to catch your breath. In fact, why don't I hold that scurry old book for you? It looks awfully heavy. She held out one hand to take the book while the other stayed gently fastened around my upper arm. I jerked away, careful not to fall off the dock again, and she let me go without resistance.
Yeesh.
Yeesh, okay, I'm just trying to be helpful. She put her hands up in front of her and took a few steps back in a pacifying gesture. And what did you do? I just stared at her like a deer in headlights while my brain started racing with questions. Why is this murdering monster suddenly acting so friendly? Doesn't it know I just tried to kill it? Does it know it's been trying to kill me? Wait, has it been trying to kill me?
Human.
Human? I just realized I was staring at her and blurted out the first thing that came to my lips. You can talk! Oh, good. I was starting to get worried I wasn't actually vocalizing my thoughts.
Huh?
Huh? I don't know how you humans do it all the time. I mean, constantly creating sonic vibrations just to communicate? Plus facial expressions and body language?
Yeesh.
I mean, it's all fun and y'all, but... Nope, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's fun and all, but yeesh! Talk about overcomplicated. But if you can talk, then why didn't you say something before? Wait, no. Why are you killing everyone? Why didn't the lightning hit you? Why aren't you killing me? What's going on? Well, to answer your questions in reverse order, you tell me. I don't want to anymore. I have no idea. It's kinda my job.
Well...
And as to why I never said anything before, well... It's because nobody ever tried to talk to me before now. Everyone's just screamed and ran away from me. They all treated me like some kind of horrible monster.
What?
What? Just kidding. I totally am a horrible monster. But seriously, there's not much sense in exchanging small talk with someone when you're about to rip their tongue out, is there? Not that I've ever actually gotten to do that, but still. Wait, hang on. You know what? You're right. I have been kind of rude. We should at least introduce ourselves.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill, prima donna of pain in the pumpkin patch, and muscular mistress of the machete. Also, the contract demon summoned by the, thanks to you and your well-done boyfriend over there, late Witch of the Lake. Speaking of which, my contract is technically complete now, so I'll go ahead and take my payment if you don't mind.
Huh?
Huh? What payment? The spellbook, of course.
What?
The what? The magical grimoire bound in living skin, and a severed spinal column that you are currently holding. That is legally mine. Yes, the Ursula body language exactly, thank you. That's what I was going for. Also, you might want to wash your hands. I think it's drooling on you.
What?
What?
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Okay, we'll try smaller words. Book mine, not yours. Give me book, understand? The spell book? That's what this is all about? Dozens of people are dead, including my best friend. All so you could get your mitts on this disgusting old book? Exactly. See, I knew you'd get it eventually. Now be a good little human and give it here. Good little human? I lost everything tonight, and now this thing expects me to roll over and do whatever it says like some inbred spaniel? Fuck that. If this thing wants to book so badly, then it can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Actually, why isn't it prying it from my cold, dead hands?
Well...
Well...
And what if I don't?
What?
Don't what? What if I don't give you the spell book? What happens then? Ugh. Whoa, is that smoke starting to come out of its head? Look, here's the deal, human. Either give me the spell book, or I will be forced to take it by, force.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressive force. Now, are we going to do this the easy way, or are we going to find out how long a human can live while it's being dissected alive? No. Clearly you're not killing people. That's why the lightning didn't hit you. You haven't killed anybody. I think she just scared everyone into somehow creating their own deaths. No. Oh, come on!
Aha!
You can't take it from me, can you? I have to give it to you. Ugh. It's some kind of magic thing, right? Right?
Thrice, damn it.
I like that there's some voice acting. You can't do anything to whoever's holding this book. Clever, but the same rules don't apply to any of your friends and loved ones. Aren't you forgetting something? Huh? All of my friends are dead.
What?
What? You killed them, remember? No, I didn't. I mean, there's gotta be someone left that you care about, right? Not on this side of the country. Even then, I have a complicated relationship with my family, so... Oh, come on! I can't go hitchhiking across the continent to look for someone you have complicated feelings about. I'm on a tight schedule here. Good to know. Ugh! Just face it already. You've lost.
Human.
Human, I assure you. There is no scenario. Blah, blah, blah. There is no scenario in this reality or any bordering reality where you do not give me that book. I backed away quickly as she stared down at me, and the fire in her head turned a cool, icy blue. I tried to look away, but the flames were suddenly hypnotic. That's it. Just relax. I felt myself being pulled towards those flames, almost like I was falling into them. Her eyes seemed to grow larger and larger until they were big enough for me to go through. Big enough for me to dive into that beautiful world of cool fire and feel the flames cleanse me as they washed away all of my worries and cares. Vivian? I'm okay. It's just... It was different from the whispering before. It wasn't intrusive, just calming. It was nice, actually, now that I think about it. Now, repeat after me. I state your name. I state your name.
Huh?
Wait, huh? But chuckling at my own lame joke was enough to snap me out of the trance.
Thrice, damn me.
Thrice damn me. This is why I never use glamours. Stupid fragile. You tried to mind control me.
Human.
It's called suggestion, human. And don't get too full of yourself for breaking it. Glamours have always been my weakest subject. Subject? Enough! I've spent the last 6 hours hunting down your idiot friends as part of a deal to get that cursed thing away from the witch. Then you go and throw her into her own fireplace. I earned that book. Not my problem. Ugh. Fine. You know what? I get the hesitation. I haven't made the best first impression, so that's understandable. But I promise I won't kill you, curse you, hurt you, or do anything else, but just leave you once you give me the book. Okay? Forget it. No. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna fall for that. Oh, come on, I'm serious here. Maybe there's something in this book I can use to send you back where you came from. Oh yeah, let's play around with the soul-sucking evil book some more. Great idea, human.
Hey.
Look, we both know you can't control that thing. You're playing with hellfire every time you use it. You know what? Fine. Knock yourself out. Literally. Try another lightning bolt. Summon a tornado. Turn your head inside out. Have fun. I'll just get the book from your corpse when this backfires on you. Which it will, by the way, just so you know. You are making this way harder on yourself than it needs to be. I did my best to ignore her and kept searching through the book, looking for anything that might help me, or at least something I could use to annoy Jill some more. Good to have practical goals.
Come on.
Come on, come on! What kind of spells were in the book? What is that second one? What am I looking at? Apart from Tote den Morder, I remember there's a spell for creating a storm, a spell for making crops wither or grow, an oddly specific one for making bullfrogs sing a cappella. You know, just a lot of general witch stuff. Was there anything was there anything particularly unusual that stood out to you? Well, as I flipped past a set of instructions for brewing a potion that could make someone... Oh, there it is. Someone shit literal bricks. I found the spell for summoning a demon and binding it to the physical world. The same one the witch had used to summon Jill. Only the spell didn't include any way to send her back. Strange. You're sure there were no instructions on how to forcibly banish a summoned demon? None at all? Nothing aside from the demon breaking the contract. Though if the summoner broke the contract, the demon would get free reign in the human world. Very strange. Not as strange as what was on the next page. Right after the demon summoning ritual was a nearly identical spell, but this one was a ritual for turning a human or animal into a familiar. There were no details on what that meant exactly, but the two spells were almost mirrors of each other, practically identical save for a few subtle changes here and there. Interesting. Yes, but the spell specifically stated it didn't work on demons, so it didn't do me any good. There was only one page left in the book after that, and I remember swallowing and praying for it to be something useful. This had better not be a spell for turning me into a frog. It'd be an improvement for you. My heart skipped a beat when I read the word at the top of the page. Zeitreise, the German word for time travel. As I read through the spell, I felt hope building in my chest, and the book starting to come alive in my hands again. The whispers in my head came back, even louder this time.
Human.
Human?
Hey.
Human, what did you find?
Zurück in die Vergangenheit.
I started reading the spell as she walked up to me. What are you? No! Stop! Human, do not cast that spell! Jill continued to scream at me, but the voices wouldn't let me be distracted this time. Every bit of my attention was focused on the spell. I'd never felt so focused in my life. I'd felt a slight chill before, but this time it was like the book was draining the heat out of my body through those invisible puppet strings.
Bringe mich in die
I felt my limbs start to go numb as a piercing, needle-like cold bit deep into me, and the winds began whipping around us again. Human, stop! I could hear a voice reciting the spell, but it barely sounded like me at all. I couldn't feel my lips moving. It was like the words of the spell were echoing in my head, and then spilling out of my mouth. It isn't worth! You have to... The rest of Jill's words were drowned out by the howling winds of the small tornado that spun up around me as I finished the last word of the incantation. Everything around me became a blur. The sound of the wind was deafening. Then, I felt the storm close in around me and lift me into the air. The winds painfully pressed in on me from every direction, making my ears ache and my breath catch in my chest. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to cover my ears with my hands. This time, I really couldn't move. Those strings were holding my body completely taut, draining the warmth out of me and lifting me up into the eye of the storm. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, couldn't even breathe. All I could feel was the wind pressing in on me, and the cold slicing through my clothes and cutting out what felt like little bits of my soul. My head started to spin. I couldn't tell which way was up or down, or how high off the ground I was. Then... Ooh, back to the party!
Alright, everybody listen up! We've got a couple of events planned for tonight's party that I know you all want to get in on.
Huh?
It worked?
Ugh.
What worked?
Joy!
Joy? Oh my god, you're alive! Hey.
Vi.
Vi, what has gotten into you? Get off me. I'd done it. The spell had worked, and I'd been sent back in time 6 hours to when I had arrived at the party. Joy was alive. Mark was alive. Everybody was okay. I'd gotten a second chance to save them. So, a second chance to kill the demon. No. Jill turned out to be the least of my problems. Ba-dum-bum. This is going some places.
Vi.
I'm enjoying it. Familiars and familiar faces. Okay, good. So we are going to learn about that familiar spell. Are we going to turn Joy into familiar, perhaps? Also, I like that we've just become a witch. Why not? Vi, what has gotten into you?
Sorry.
Sorry, Joy. I'm so glad to see you again. What are you talking about? I've been right here the whole time. And what's wrong with you? You're shaking like a leaf. Nothing. I'm fine. How did it feel to go back in time? Cold. Really cold. My teeth were chattering so badly I was afraid they're going to shatter. Fortunately, there was a big bonfire on the beach, so I warmed back up pretty fast. What about seeing Joy again? It made me happy. Stupidly happy. Vivian? She'd been my roommate since I'd moved into the college dorms. She was my best friend, and the only person that looked out for me the last 2 years. All I wanted to do that night was save her. If only I hadn't been such an idiot.
Joy.
Joy, listen to me. We have to get you out of
What?
here. What? Might as well try and tell the truth. Always the good first step in time travel. I know this sounds gungaga, but we aren't safe here. Nobody is. We need to get everyone out of here and go back to... Hold on. I think Mark is getting to the important bit. But... Shh.
Hey!
Okay, I know you're all thirsty, so let's get started with a drinking game! Everybody will get a red party cup and a marker. You will write your own name on the cup, along with whatever beverage you put in it. At the end of the night, we'll be giving out prizes based on what drinks you had. You could win with a cocktail, or you might win with a virgin lemonade. Though it should be the only thing that's a virgin by the end of the night, am I right? Ugh, he's so full of himself.
Joy.
Joy, please, we have to go.
Vi.
Vi, I know you didn't want to come, but it's your birthday. You need to let loose and relax a little. But... Listen, I like how she's not responding to the time travel at all. She's like, yeah, okay, there's demons, we all died, fine. But it is your birthday, and you should get drunk and or laid. Listen, when we became friends, you agreed to do what I say, and I agreed to keep your little secret, right? Oh, interesting. What's going on?
But...
Yes, but... No buts. This is the last big party of the year. It is October. It is not the last big party of the year. I will tell you that. If you want to make some progress dealing with your little problem, this is your last chance, got it? Joy, you aren't listening. This isn't safe. Fine, have it your way. Thank you. Hey everyone, we got a birthday girl here. What?
Hey!
What's this? Looks like we got a Halloween baby. I literally did call her that earlier, so fair enough. Didn't realize I'd be the mark of this cast. Huh. Or should I say, a Halloween babe? Did not say that.
Joy?
Joy? No. It's for your own good. Okay, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Happy spooky birthday to you.
Good.
Damn it.
Damn it. Come on, Vi. Go say hello to all the nice people, like a normal person. Who are you?
Ugh.
Ugh, well, that could have gone better. Half an hour later, I finally got away from the crowd of costumed well-wishers and drunken douchebags. All my attempts at getting people to leave had fallen on deaf ears. I needed space to think, so it took the first chance I could to slip off into the woods. wasn't that a bit risky, what with a paranormal serial killer on the loose? I couldn't really think with all those voices distracting me, and Jill hadn't showed up until nearly 9 the first time around. It was barely 7 then, so I figured I was safe. Hey, Jill. Though, like I said, I made a lot of mistakes that night.
Human.
Leaving so soon, human. Ah! You! Were you expecting the Easter Bunny? I still can't believe she trapped me twice. I'm never going to live that down. So what did you do? I knew if I ran back to the party, Jill would have followed me and turned it into a bloodbath. There's a chance that Joy would be one of the victims, so I couldn't risk that. So you ran deeper into the forest. Well, I tried to. Oof.
What
the... How did you... Oh no, did I bring back Jill, so now there's 2 Jills? Don't you... No. Never mind, it's just... She's teleporting around, okay. Don't you know how... Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know killers can teleport around when you're not looking in a horror movie? What? What are you talking about? This isn't a movie.
Huh.
Well, it sure ain't reality anymore. Not after you threw us all into a time bubble.
What?
What? Okay, seriously. Do you have anything more intelligent to say than just repeating the word what every 5 seconds? Well then, how about you start saying something that makes sense, you straw-covered novelty decoration?
Yeesh.
Yeesh. You know, you have an awful lot of attitude. Especially for a girl who's slowly burning her soul and freezing to death. Well, at least you didn't say what this time. Alright, since you haven't killed me, I assume you want to talk. And she remembers the time loop. What's going on? Vivian, is that you? I turned to look back in the direction of the voice, but I couldn't see anyone.
Huh?
When I looked back, Jill was gone. I looked all around, but I couldn't see so much as a footprint where she had been standing. Then, there was the sound of crunching leaves, and they stepped into view. Oh, there you are. Hi. You're, Sugar, right? I like how it's flipped, so the C is backwards right now. What were they? They were the something slashers. I forget the name of the high school.
It's Candy.
It's Candy. Not Sugar, Candy. Right, Candy. Got it. Hey, are you okay? Yeah. Hey, you haven't seen anything weird out here, have you? Not really. I saw you sneak away from the party, so I wanted to check that you were alright. You seemed pretty stressed out. Thanks? I had no idea why Candy had followed me, but I was more focused on trying to find out where Jill had gone. So you'd never met Candy before, then? I wonder if the C is for Candy, also. Well, not that I could remember. I only kind of knew their name because Joy had pointed them out at a party. Joy had referred to Candy as her instead of them and said some very unkind things about them as well, especially in regards to how many people Candy dated at the same time, even though they were always very upfront about being polyamorous. I see. Then, did it seem at all strange to you that they knew your name? Not really. There was an entire party of people singing Happy Birthday Vivian less than 45 minutes ago. But I admit, Candy did seem oddly concerned about me. Are you okay? You look, like, really nervous. Where the hell did it go? It's not exactly hard to spot a glowing head. Vivian!
What?
What? Oh, yeah. Thanks for checking on me. I just, needed to get away from the crowd a bit. I'm not really a big fan of parties. I mean, they're okay and all, they're just not my scene. Not that I can't make them my scene, because they're a very normal thing to have as your scene. I just like to change the scene sometimes. You seen? I mean, you see? Vivian, relax. It's okay, I get it. College parties are a lot of external stimuli. They're not for everybody. Even major extroverts like me need to take a break during a party sometimes. It's normal.
Huh?
It is. Yeah, totally. You see, everybody has different thresholds for overstimulation, so it's important to recognize your own boundaries and keep within them. Or else you risk running Oh, you blah. Or else you risk ruining what could be a wonderful time for yourself and other people.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry, you came out here for peace and quiet, didn't you? I'll go. You need to decompress a little, and I don't want to stress you out anymore, so... No, you're fine, I'm just... I wasn't expecting you to explain that all so eloquently. That's the first time anyone's ever said that in a way that actually made sense to me. Oh, thanks. You seem really knowledgeable. Are you in the psych program? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't... Oh, were you carving a pumpkin? A what? I never thought I'd have such a visceral reaction to the word pumpkin. Candy was looking down at my feet and I followed their gaze. Sure enough, there was a familiar-looking jack-o'-lantern on the ground less than 6 inches away from my foot. Just the jack-o'-lantern? Her body was missing, but it was Jill all right. She was grinning up at me with 2 rows of jagged fangs and looked incredibly pleased with herself. As I glared down at her and wondered how far I could kick her, Candy knelt down to get a closer look.
Whoa!
Wow, it looks really good, Vivian. The teeth are a great touch. How did you get them to look all sharp and pointy like that? They started to reach a hand towards the Jill-o'-lantern, and I felt my heart lurch with panic. I grabbed their wrist before they could stick their finger into its mouth. Family secret, don't touch.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. They stood back up and looked awkwardly around at the forest. Meanwhile, I was having a less than minor panic attack. I was certain the pumpkin hadn't been there when I had arrived, so the way I saw it, there are only 2 plausible explanations. Either the pumpkin next to me really was a demon, and she had teleported there when I wasn't looking. Or I had gone completely gungaga, made up the whole night and the time travel in my head. And Jill was just some split personality who would take me over and either start killing everyone, or try to sell them soap. But I didn't want to entertain the idea of what hallucinating a buff woman with a pumpkin for a head meant about my subconscious. Is that a Fight Club reference? Plus, I was never very good at carving pumpkins. Before I could make up my mind on which was worse, I felt something tug at my leg. I looked down and noticed a green vine poking out of the ground that had subtly curled around my ankle. Lose her. I watched as several more vines poked up through the ground behind Candy and curled around themselves to form the words, lose her. Actually, I wanted to talk to you.
What?
What? I don't need to tell her to run because Jill is telling me to lose her. I'm kind of busy right now, maybe some other time.
Damn it.
Watch the thorns, you ghoulish gourd. Oh, it won't take long. I just really need to talk to you privately about something tonight. It's important. Tonight? Oh. Are you okay?
Fine.
Fine. But, tonight's not a good night. My horoscope said not to have any private conversations in the wood, or they'd all end badly. Very badly.
Oh.
Oh, that's a very specific horoscope.
Well.
I got it online. It's very accurate. Uh-huh. Well, I need to tell you anyway. It's about... Vi, where are you? There you are. What are you doing? Joy froze when she noticed Candy standing next to me. Then her eyes narrowed in disgust. I expected Candy to wither under the look, given how much they had apologized to me in our short conversation. But, to my surprise, they stepped forward as if to shield me, and met Joy's eye with a look of absolute contempt. Okay, so maybe Joy, who is voiced by the same person as Jill-o'-lantern, is not good, and Candy's trying to let us know. Perhaps in the past they dated, and that's how Candy knows that Vi is no good for us. I half expected to see sparks start flying between the two of them from the pure intensity of their obvious mutual hatred.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something? As a matter of fact, we were just having a private conversation. Oh, I know all about the kind of private conversations you have. And she isn't interested.
No.
I believe Vivian is the only one who has the right to say who she is or isn't interested in. Well, Vi trusts me to keep her out of trouble. Besides, I'd rather not have to drive her down to a clinic to get checked out for diseases tomorrow morning. What? Joy, what the... Why, you vile, backstabbing, manipulative, fashion blind... Excuse me.
What?
What? Great, now what? I need to get these two out of here before this pumpkin pops my ankle. Or their heads. Ooh, we get to choose, We already tried appealing to Joy, so let's try appealing to Candy. Candy, why don't you just head back to the party? I really need to talk to you. Is this appealing to Candy? I feel like this is more appealing to Joy, but whatever. Why don't you find someone else to hit up if you're that thirsty? This one's clearly not interested. I'd have thought you would have learned that by now. I'm not letting you... Vi, let's go, come on. I need to try something else. Okay, let's appeal to Joy. Joy, please, you should go back to the... Vi, stay out of this, and come here. Don't talk to her like that. I'll talk to her any way I like, because she's my friend, not yours. You... This isn't working. Alright, we're going to drastic measures. We have to exhaust all other options, so last resort. Guess it's time for drastic measures.
Joy.
You two have to go. Now.
But...
Because I need to... You know... Go. Oh. Gross.
So...
Yeah, so if you two could, like, leave... Oh, yeah, sorry. Are you coming, Joy?
No.
I'll go in a minute, cheerleader. I need to have a quick word with my roommate first.
Joy.
Joy, please.
Hey.
She asked us to leave. Ugh, fine. Come find me after you're done. Will do. And with that, Joy stomped off back through the forest. Candy gave me a quick, apologetic look before following her. As soon as the sound of their crunching footsteps had faded away, I felt the vine holding my ankle in a death grip let go. I dropped to the ground and started massaging my foot. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, wow. If I had pants right now, I think I would have peed them listening to Study Your Way Through that. Glad I could amuse you.
Demon.
So is your mission to destroy my social life now? Is that it? Sadly, no. Hey, would you mind closing your eyes for a moment? I pursed my lips in annoyance, but did as I was asked. When I opened them again, Jill had her muscle-bound body back and was testing it out by flexing it in various ways. That's better. Pumpkin vines are good and all, but fingers and thumbs are just so much easier to work with in this physical world. Physical world? Now, going back to what I was saying, my mission is exactly the same as it was before. Ugh, what is it now? If your mission is still unchanged, then why did you hide as a pumpkin? Why not just kill those two? Hell, why not just kill me? All excellent questions. If they weren't incredibly stupid. What? Human. If I hear the word what come out of your mouth one more time, so help me hell, it will not end well for you. Was?
Huh.
Cute. But if you had been paying attention, you would know that my goal is to get that spell book back from that witch. You know, that spell book you had in your possession? Nope, you know, that spell book you had in your possession? The one you could easily have given to me and put an end to this whole mess nearly an hour ago?
Well...
Question, if I had given you the book, would you have revived everyone who died tonight? Well, no. Didn't think so. Hey, you may have given all your little drunken buddies a second chance for them to waste, but you're doomed to a fate way worse than anything they're gonna get. Unless, of course, you decide to stop being a pain in my ass and play nice. It seemed like a pretty simple ultimatum. Either I helped her kill everyone and take the book back, or she'd kill me. Of course, things are never simple with Jill. Okay, I wonder how many chapters there are. Let's take a gander. See if it says. It says for point and click segments to investigate crimes and find clues. Haven't seen those. Yes, we are already doing Halloween content. It is spooky season already. But also, the Queer Games bundle is wrapping up. And in about a week, and there's obviously a lot of horror content in the Queer Games bundle. Queer people love Halloween. It is the best holiday. So, decided to do this to show off some of it. Also, welcome in. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. Let's see. It doesn't say how many chapters there are. Let me check online real quick. Thank you, Brad. It is the best holiday. You know what? Let's do it this way. I was gonna take a break now, anyways. So let's do that. And then I will look up during the break how long this is, and we'll either come back with more of this if we're close to the end, and if we're not, actually, let's also quick save or save maybe. Yeah. Cool. If we're close to the end, let's come back and finish it. And if we're not, then maybe we'll come back on a different day to finish it, and we'll look at some other queer games from the bundle. But yeah, so let's do a quick stream break. Everyone, get up, stretch, get some water, get a snack, get a beverage of choice, do your things, and meet back here in about 5-10 minutes. See you then. Bye. Hello, 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 hello. We are back with more Queer Games Bundle. Hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday. Hope everyone had a good break. I looked it up and there's not that much more in this game. Just a couple of chapters, so I think we should finish it out, because I am invested at this point and curious about what's going to happen. You look distracted. Are you sure you're doing alright? We can take a break if you want. Maybe later. I'm alright. I just realized I didn't meet Candy the first time around. Even when I thought I was alone at the... even when I was alone at the party, they never approached me. They would have had their hands full with all the chaos going on. But it's still weird how easily you can just miss someone forever. Someone so important. A lot of stories go untold that way, but let's focus on what actually happened next. Right, sorry. Where was I? I believe Jill had just issued her ultimatum.
Hey!
Hey, you may have given all your little drunken buddies a second chance for them to waste, but you're doomed to a fate way worse than anything they're gonna get. Unless, of course, you decide to stop being a pain in my ass and play nice. No. Huh? I said no. Do whatever you're gonna do to me, but I'm not going to help you. I know that most of the assholes at that party probably don't deserve to live. Hell, statistically, some of them won't even survive to graduation anyway. But I have to believe that there are some good people mixed in there as well. People who deserve to live, and are going to make something of their life. Yeah, I'm probably an idiot for not giving you the book and saving my own skin before, and I'm definitely an idiot for coming out here alone. But I'm an idiot who did what she thought was right, and I'm going to die as that idiot. I know that doesn't count for shit in this world, but it's worth something to me. I won't help you kill them. Is that good? Are we swayed by that speech? Okay. And here comes the part where the bad guy calls me an idiot for being noble. Huh. I can respect that.
What?
Wait, what? Careful of your leg. But yeah, valuing your community over yourself. I definitely get that. You're fucking with me, aren't you? No, I mean it. We demons are very community-focused. I absolutely get where you're coming from. I mean, I'd do the same thing for my community. Any demon would. Huh. Okay. So... does this mean you're not gonna kill me? What? I wasn't going to kill you. Huh? I mean, that would be kind of counterproductive, don't you think? Hey, Bio, welcome in. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. We are playing spooky games from the Queer Games Bundle. This one is a slasher narrative novel called Jill-O-Lantern. What is up with you?
What?
What? Ugh, we're back to that again? Sorry. We've gone back in time, and now this demon is, befriending us, I guess? I don't know. She did kill everyone earlier, so who knows? Wait, no, why am I apologizing? You just said you're going to give me a fate worse than others or something.
No.
No, I didn't.
But
you did. You just did. I heard you say it. No. What I said was you're doomed to a fate way worse than anything they're going to get. I never said anything about me dooming you. But you said it like... Look.
okay.
Just assume I know nothing and explain it to me from the beginning, okay? Yeah, glad you can make it, Brad. Hope it is not too late for you over in England. Fine. Oh, the beginning. Oh, we're going all the way back to the beginning. How curious. Not that, sorry. Trying to do a thing. Schloop. Okay. Something I misaligned. Alright, we're good. We're back. We're here. Okay. At the start of your universe, there's nothing but a bunch of what you call hydrogen, and I meant about the doomed thing?
Oh!
Oh, phew, good. That cuts down on a lot. Is it just stupid, or does it think I'm stupid? Okay, first off, the spell you cast didn't send you back in time, or whatever you thought it was going to do. Well, not exactly anyway. It created a small bubble of reality that's going to keep resetting back to the same point every so often. Probably from where we started to when you cast it.
Huh?
You mean when we started? No, when is what time it is. Where is the point where we're at? Nope. Okay, that is needlessly confusing. No, when is what time it is. Where is the point where we were on the timeline where you screwed everything up?
Yeesh.
Do you seriously not know basic temporal terminology? This is starting to give me a headache. So, basically I created a time loop? Exactly. But there is a very limited range in which we can move around in. We only have about, nope. Sorry. Hang on. I've never been very good with human measurements. About a square mile? Yeah. Wait, how did you know that? I can kind of feel it, I think? I didn't notice it until you pointed it out, but it's like the world feels smaller all of a sudden, and I know exactly where I am in it. It's weird. Well, I guess that makes sense. The spell is fueled by your life force, after all.
What?
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Human.
Did you think the energy to power the spell just comes out of thin air? I'll admit I hadn't given it much thought. Yeah, well, you probably should have done that before you cast such a powerful spell. This time loop is going to keep draining away your life until it breaks, or you don't have enough juice left to power another loop.
Huh?
Hang on. What do you mean by draining away my life? Am I losing years off my lifespan every second or something? No, you would compare it to something more like dancing. It tires you out, but if you sit down for a bit, you'll get your breath back. So basically we're stuck doing the time warp until I don't have the strength to jump to the left anymore? Ooh, I love that movie. But yeah, basically. Only when you fall on this dance floor, you're not getting back up. The spell you picked drains a lot of energy to pull a reset, but it's also steadily draining you to sustain its barriers. So, what happens when I run out of power?
Human.
It's powered by your life force, human. What do you think will happen when you run out? You die. Oof. Well, technically you slip into a hypothermia-induced coma first, and then die. Unless someone gets real close and friendly with you real quick. Body heat is a strong measure of life force. The more the spell drains you, the colder you're going to get. I'm guessing you are already feeling some of the effects? This sounds nuts, but it does make sense with everything that's been happening. And I have been feeling a bit chilly since I woke up at the party. There's no way it should be able to know that. But still, why are you telling me this? Because I'm the only one who can save you from a slow, cold death. And I will. Huh? Just as soon as you sign this. She pulled out a sheet of gold paper and handed it to me. I, blank, hereby agree to assist the demon identified to me as Jack-Headed Jill in obtaining the witch's spellbook, which she would have gotten already if it wasn't for my own human stupidity in the most efficient way possible. I will help her in whatever way she tells me and agree to whatever terms she dictates, as I understand that it is for the good of my entire reality. In return, she will assist me in not dying a horrible and painful death at the result of my own stupid human actions, and will even make a reasonable effort to keep me from dying in other ways. Oh. I just read it. Boop doop boop boo.
Ugh.
There's no way I'm agreeing to that. Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong with it. This has got to be the worst contract for anything I've ever seen in my life. Will make a reasonable effort to keep me from dying. What is that supposed to mean? Well, you can't expect me to risk my mission for one reckless human, can you? Which she would have gotten already if it wasn't for my own human stupidity? Okay, I admit I was still pretty annoyed with you when I wrote that, but it's just semantics. That's not what that word means. Whatever. The magic ink is already on the magic page. I can't exactly rewrite it. Then get a fresh page. I can't. I only have the one piece of contract paper. I had to write yours on the back of the one the witch wrote hers on. Huh? I blinked at her for a second before flipping over the paper. Just as she said, there was another contract written on the back. The contract was in a different handwriting than the one on the other side, so presumably the witch had written it herself. It read, I, the witch, hereby contract the... Excuse me. I, the witch, hereby contract the summoned demon, Jack-Headed Jill, to kill by its own hand all of the interlopers on my leg before the stroke of midnight tonight, when it is to reappear before me to accept payment of her own choosing. She is not to bother me for any reason, and is not to come within sight or hearing of me until the time she is to receive payment. Beneath it, in an unsteady blocked letters, was a signature that simply read, The Witch. Okay, so we need to get her to break the contract by going to the witch's cave. See? Nothing wrong with that one either, is there? I stared down at the contract and reread it a few more times, just to make sure I was reading it correctly. I may not be a law student, but my mom is a lawyer, and that meant I had at least some experience with legal contracts. Granted, you didn't need to be a law student to see that the whole contract was trash. Though I explained that in a slightly more eloquent way.
Ugh.
This contract is total fucking trash.
What?
What? Oh hey, there's that word you don't like. That contract is fine. It clearly outlines what I'm supposed to do and what I get for it. Clear as mud. I dare you to even find one thing wrong with that contract. I'll take that bet. Huh? If I can convince you that the witch's If I can convince you that the witch's contract is bullshit, then you have to find some way to rewrite our contract to my benefit. Alright, but when you fail, you have to sign the contract as is. And you only get 3 chances to convince me. We don't have all night here. Deal.
Demon.
Let's start with the signature, shall
Human.
we? What's wrong with it? Okay, so now we have choices. Jill didn't sign it, first of all. There's no counter-signing. I don't think the signature matching matters, and the witch isn't a name. I don't think that matters either. But let's go Jill. Your signature is missing. Huh? Why would I need to sign it?
What?
Why would you? Because that's how contracts work. Both people have to sign a contract to agree to the terms.
Huh.
Well, that may be how human contracts work, but demon contracts are magically binding. The paper is infused with a demon's magical essence, binding them to the words written on the page. Wait, so you have to do whatever is written on a contract once a human signs it? Well, yeah. How else would it work? Ooh, yeah, semester start up. I got lucky. My class is on a Monday, so even though classes started today, my first class is not until the 8th. It's great. How is it your start of semester bio going? Falling behind already. Oh boy. So you just let the witch write whatever she wanted on a page that had your soul or whatever infused into it? Well, she said what she wanted first. Then I agreed to the terms and gave her the paper to put it in writing. But she could have written anything on it. Well, I mean, I guess. Wait, I don't understand this point. She could have written anything, but she didn't. Right? Like, they talked about it, and then... I don't know. Wait, so... Did the witch wrote both parts? Because they're different. I don't know. I don't know who wrote the actual contract. Wait, but she didn't. She wrote what we had already agreed on. That's evidence that she wasn't trying to trick me, isn't it? Yeah, I'm with Jill. No, that's evidence that you got lucky. There's still plenty of evidence that she was trying to trick you. She probably just didn't want to know how much power you were giving her and thought she had to be more subtle. You are also lucky that I don't have a pen on me, or I could write my own contract right now.
Hey!
Well, you don't, and I'm not convinced I was tricked, so try again. Okay, I guess I'll go with the signature doesn't match. Oh, I guess that matters? Why does that matter? How about the handwriting itself? It doesn't match the rest of this contract, or the contract on the other side that you wrote. Huh? Just look at it. I am confused who wrote that. Hey, you're right, it doesn't match. But wait, why doesn't it? I know she signed it, I watched her do it. What hand did she write with? Her right. Wait, no, her left. Wait, no, wait. Let me guess, she wrote the contract with one hand and then signed with the other? Yeah, actually. Now that I think about it, that's exactly what she did. She must be one of those, amphibians? I believe the word you're looking for is ambidextrous, and no. Going off this handwriting, I don't think she is. But why would she sign with her other hand, then? Probably because she learned about legal loopholes from young adult novels. Huh? It's a common misconception that if you sign a document with your non-dominant hand, the signature is considered to be invalid. But it is valid, right? You tell me. It's your contract. Superland Dev, nice. And yeah, what are you then playing? Let me know. Also, Bio wants to know. Well, then I say it counts. Either way, it's evidence that she was trying to get out of the contract. That's circumstantial at best. Maybe that's just how she signs all her contracts. Unlikely. But if that's not good enough for you, there's a more prominent problem in the very first sentence. To kill by her own hand all the interlopers on my lake before the stroke of midnight tonight. Ooh, that's true, I killed one. I have an objective and a time frame. What's the problem here? I don't know if that's confusing. Oh, wait. You think a machete doesn't count as her own hand? It's one of these two, I guess. Let's try machete. Well, it says you're supposed to kill by your own hand, but you kept coming after people with a machete. Now that is just semantics. By my own hand just means by my own actions. Even I know that. Rustled Pete, interesting. Okay, checked out baby steps. Okay, nice, nice. Playing the new Bennett Foddy game. How do you enjoy it? Also, what's Rustled Pete about? But it could be argued that you didn't complete the contract as specified. Then she wouldn't have to pay you anything. Trust me, I had much bigger problems if that was going to be an issue.
Huh?
What did you say? Nothing. Anyway, since you just didn't know how the magic of contracts works, I'll give you another chance. Right. This isn't her lake, I guess?
Well...
That's not it either? The date matters? The witch doesn't own Lake Shish Kebab. Huh? The contract says all the interlopers on my lake, but she can't own this lake. It's part of a national forest. I think there are some rental cabins around here somewhere, but the lake itself isn't owned by anyone. It's public property. Well, she's part of the public, isn't she?
Ugh.
Considering the cave we found, I think she's technically a squatter. Does that make a difference? My point is, if she said my lake in the contract, but she can't call this her lake, then she owns some other lake.
What?
You mean she sent me out on the wrong lake? Did you ask which lake you were supposed to kill interlopers on? Well, didn't think so. I'm not falling for this. She's a gungaga old bat who summoned a demon to kill some teenagers. She probably thinks everything belongs to her. I can't honestly argue with that. This could just be her being gungaga. It's not proof that she was trying to intentionally trick me. Well, it's proof that she didn't have to try very hard. Okay, so the date, I feel like the date is not. Okay, whatever. There's no date written anywhere on the contract to signify when tonight is. It's tonight. This tonight. But how can that be this tonight's midnight? Huh? Midnight is 12 a.m. and it's a moment when one date changes into the next.
Well...
I'm still not seeing the problem here. What date is it tonight? It's Halloween, October 31st.
So.
Right. So tonight, when 11:59 p.m. becomes 12 a.m., the date will also change from October 31st to November 1st. Wait, then that would mean that midnight for tonight specified in the contract has already happened. I don't think that's true. Like, yes, 12 a.m. is, the beginning of the day. But if you said midnight, I don't think that a court would be like, blah, 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 you clearly meant the next day. That seems weird. Yes, Fellows is a .a for the Queer Games bundle. Check it out. Games like this one are in it. Unforgiving boss fighting game. Ooh, I do like bosses. You played Wildwood. Wildwood Down. Okay. Modern point and click. Don't recommend. Ooh, no. Lost in Play. Has been fun. Kids' first puzzle game. That's great. I love that. I don't know Lost in Play. It would. But that's ridiculous. Whenever someone in the movie says midnight, they always mean the next upcoming midnight. Enough. You're just trying to confuse me. Nothing you've said so far shows that the witch was trying to skimp on giving me the book. I could argue every one of your contradictions to her just like I did now.
Fine.
If all you care about is your payment, then fine. Huh? When she is to reappear before me to accept payment of her own choosing. Yeah, and... it doesn't say you get the book, I guess. Yeah. This last one's kind of a stretch, but it's all I got left.
Well.
The contract doesn't say you'll get the spell book. There's no text. Sometimes the actual puzzles are hard to decipher. But some good aha moments. Great.
What?
What do you mean? It says right there, payment of my choosing. That means I get anything I want. No, it means you get to choose between at least two options. But there's nothing in this contract that says that the book has to be one of them. But she knew I wanted the book. I told her that was going to be my price. Oh, well then. She probably would have written it into the contract. She probably should have written it into the contract, shouldn't she? Unless she was never going to give it to you, right? But she could give you a choice between an old button and some broken shoelaces when you pop up to collect, and that would be perfectly within the parameters of this contract. You mean... Oh, just face it already. She tricked you. Demon? Uh-oh. Angie mode. She tricked me? Whoa. I stepped back and shielded my face with the contract as Jill literally blew her top. Well, pyro demons aren't exactly known for subtlety. Is she a pyro demon? After a few seconds, the flamethrower receded back into her head, and the lid of the pumpkin landed neatly back in place with a soft plop. She still continued to seethe and smolder for a while, though. You done? I am going to torch that witch! Save the fireworks. She already beat you there, too. What? Check the last sentence. She is not to bother me for any reason and is not to come within sight or hearing of me until time she is to receive payment. You can't even get within eyesight of her without violating the terms of your contract. Then I'll just wait until it's time to collect. And then what? You can't harm anyone holding the book, remember? Ooh, I gotta check out Lost in Play then, too. But if someone else had the book, you might have a chance. There's nothing in the contract that says you can't kill her. The contract itself that says you can't kill her. So, whoever does decide to help you better have it in writing that you can't attack her, too. Ugh, give me that! She snatched a contract from me and pulled out a quill pen with a red feather from somewhere. What's your name, human?
Vivian Victoria Finala.
How do you spell that exactly? I took Jill a minute to write up the new contract. Meanwhile, I kept wondering what the hell I'd gotten myself into. Literally. So that's how you came to be friends. We weren't friends. As far as I could tell, she was just some psychotic monster, and I'd basically tricked her into working with me. I'm sure she was angry about the contracts, but deductive logic and creative thinking aren't highly coveted skills for a demon. And you demonstrated them quite masterfully to her twice. She must have sought you out because she saw you as a powerful ally. I don't think you tricked her as much as you impressed her. Yeah, well, she was the one with all the power, not me. I just wanted to point it somewhere other than me or the people I cared about. But anyway, after she finished writing up the contract, she handed it back to me. Here, how's this? The problematic contract she had written for me before had been scribbled out. Beneath it was a single hastily written sentence. I, Vivian Victoria Finala, will help Jill the Demon get the magical will help Jill the Demon get the magic spellbook from the Witch of Shishkabab Lake, and Jill will make sure I live. Well, better, but I'd appreciate something about you not killing my friends. There's not enough room on the page, but I personally promise I'll do my best. Community and all, you know. Taking her at her word seems stupid, but she doesn't seem very clever. Either she's a master manipulator, or she's being honest. Either way, it's not like I have a choice. Okay, hand me the pen. I scratched out a quick signature beneath the single sentence and handed the contract back to her. Jill gave it a quick glance, nodded, then put the quill pen and the contract back wherever she pulled them from. Alright, let's get this witch hunt started. No, just no. I don't know what's wrong with that. Chapter complete, sweet. So, now that you two were allies, I trust you went after the witch? Well, kinda. Alright, let's get going.
Okay.
Agreed. The sooner we get this over with, the better I'll feel. Right.
Well?
I was kind of hoping you knew where we were going. We're going to the witch's cave, right? So we can get you the book and stop all this? Oh, yeah, the cave. That's where you got the book last time, right? Yeah? Did she seriously have no plan for how to get the book back? Okay, to the cave. Right. Do you think you could lead the way? Huh? I don't know how to get there. What?
Hey!
I followed you over there last time. Well, aren't you supposed to appear before her or something at midnight? Shouldn't you at least know where you're supposed to appear? Yeah, but that's part of the contract's magic, not mine. It'll just bring me there when it's time. I have no idea where it is. I don't really know where anything is, actually. The physical world is so confusing to navigate. Well, how did you find me? Oh, that was easy. I just walked straight out from the cave till I found the lake. Then I walked around it till I heard your party, and saw you sneaking off into the woods. Heard the party? Shouldn't you have at least seen it from the lakeshore? Well, if you hadn't noticed, my face is kind of easy to spot in the dark. I had to close my eyes and keep my mouth shut so I could preserve the element of surprise. Hang on, you walked around the entire lake with your eyes closed? How did you not fall in or veer off and walk into a tree? I did. Why do you think it took me so long to get over here? Okay. How was I ever afraid of this hollowhead? So, how did you find the cave? Well, I was led over there by one of the football players. The dude you BBQ'd? No, the one who tried to shoot you. He, didn't make out of the cave. The witch stabbed him with some kind of weird knife from the book and he melted.
Yeesh.
Yeesh. I guess getting fried by lightning isn't the worst thing the book can do to you. Okay, let's go find Meltman and have him take us there again. It's Kenny, actually, and, I don't know if taking you back to the party with me is such a great idea. It's supposed to be a costume party, but your face is a little too animated to be a cheap mask. Aw, thanks. I worked really hard on making this body. But you may be right. I am a bit too good for what they have there. I'm already starting to regret signing that contract. I'm also technically still under orders to kill every interloper I see, so probably best not to put me in striking distance of too many people. What? But you promised you wouldn't kill anyone. I promised I wouldn't kill any of your friends. I can make a few temporary exceptions, but I can only bend the rules so far. I thought you gave up that contract and took mine instead. If I break my original contract, I'll lose physical form and get sent back home with nothing to show for it. So if I'm left alone and come across an opportunity too good to pass up, I may have to take it. So let's say, for instance, you see a lone drunken partygoer wander into the woods to relieve himself. I would be contractually obligated to cut off his head so it lands in front of him and he pees on his own face before his body falls over. If you aren't there to say he's a friend of yours, of course. Great.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't take you with me, but I can't leave you alone either. Oh, I know. Close your eyes again. Okay. Okay, open them. Pumpkin time.
Demon.
Demon. Down here.
Huh?
Huh? Ta-da! Now you can carry me around with you. And since I'll be with you the entire time, anyone that comes up to me will be coming up to you, and I can assume they're a friend of yours. Plus, if I don't have any arms, then I can't be expected to kill anyone. Don't you have vines? Don't you still have those creepy vines you used to bruise my ankle? Also, you just sent a jet of flame like 10 feet into the air out of your head. Stop giving me ideas.
Fine.
You know, you are a lot heavier than you look. Did you just eat your own body or something? Oh, stop complaining, weakling. Now hurry up, Cinderella. I don't want to be late for the ball.
Demon.
Hey, you said you were new to this physical world. How did you know all those references if you're from another dimension or whatever?
Well,
Earth makes some of the most entertaining media in any reality. It's about the only thing you humans are actually good at. That's the whole reason we helped you humans invent computers and the internet. That makes sense. That checks out. Hang on, I'll buy that the internet may have come from hell itself, but demons invented computers?
well,
Well, we helped plant some ideas here and there, with varying degrees of success. But before you ask, you guys invented Twitter. Not even demons are that evil. Heyo! Noted. Okay, we're here. Now keep quiet. Pumpkins aren't supposed to talk. I know that. I'll have you know I got very high marks in Earth normality. Now watch as I blend in seamlessly with my surroundings. Like a round chameleon.
Hey!
Whoa, is that a talking pumpkin? Oops. Nice, what is it, some kind of puppet? Yeah, I got it for my birthday. You know, because I'm super into Halloween and stuff.
huh.
Given your costume, you could have fooled me. Whoa, you got a whole act going on, too. Yeah, should probably ask him if he knows where Kenny is. Although, after that incident with Candy and Joy earlier, I do have some other questions, and Mark is the only other person I kinda know here. Even if he doesn't know me this time around. Let's ask about Candy. Hey, do you know anything about that one girl? Well, there's a lot of chicks around here, but yeah, I know most of them pretty well, if you get my drift.
Yeesh.
Oh, give me a break. I mean the one dressed as a cheerleader. Oh, you mean Candy? Yeah, you need to stay away from her. Why? I don't know. Huh? Just stay away from her, that's all I know.
Huh.
And you know that how exactly? I just do. If you know what's good for you, stay away from Candy. That's never a good thing to hear on Halloween. Haha, stay away from Candy. Ba 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 ba. Now I just have more questions. How about Joy? Hey, have you seen my friend Joy? She's a little shorter than me, dressed in black. Really pretty and cool. Because that's a totally hetero way to describe a friend. Hey, shut up. Joy is cool. Right? Yeah, I know Joy. She should be back anytime soon.
What?
But I just saw her in the forest. She said to come find her. Where did she go? Oh, hey, cool it. Joy just had to go set something up for the party real quick. She'll be right back. She said to tell you to get a drink and just stay here so she can find you. It's all good. You're sure it was her? Pretty sure. Your roommate is the only goth chick here, which is kind of a shame, but yeah, I guess that's... Wait, How do you know she's my roommate?
Huh?
Huh? Oh, you said so.
No.
No, she didn't. Look, the point is she said to wait here and get a drink, so get drinking. Wait, there's something else I need to ask you. What? Hey, you're on the football team, right? You know Kenny? Kenny? Yeah, I know him. He's our third lineman. Actually, he should be back with those hot dogs by now.
What?
What do you mean, back? So, funny story actually. Turns out we remembered to bring buns, but we totally forgot to pick up anything to go in them. Although, I'm not usually against us having some nice buns, if you know what I mean. You deserve the death that you're going to receive.
Huh?
Huh? Nothing. Just practicing my spooky lines. Any idea when Kenny will be back? Well, that's the thing. He should be here by now. He was just driving up to the old gas station and back. The one 5 miles away?
Thrice, damn it.
Thrice, damn it.
Huh?
Nothing. Hey, I'm gonna just go over there and practice my act until Kenny gets back, okay?
Hey.
Cool. Hey, don't forget to grab a drink. Sure thing.
Demon.
The old gas station is way outside the spell's barrier. What happens when someone tries to leave the barrier from the inside?
Well,
Short answer, we're not going to see Kenny until the start of the next loop. I was afraid of that. So what's the long answer? Is there any way to get to him? Ooh, perfect. The time bubble you created works by making a small pocket dimension that's running at a much faster speed than the world outside. Anything that tries to leave the bubble passes through a kind of buffer zone.
Huh?
Buffer zone, what does that do?
well,
If the spell ends, then the buffer zone releases everything caught in exactly the same state as it was in as it was leaving. Do they know they're trapped?
no.
No. Anyone caught in it wouldn't even know anything had happened once they were free. But if the loop repeats, then the buffer empties anything inside it back into the spell area to be reset along with everything else. So, Kenny is trapped in limbo until the next loop. Is there any way to get him out of the barrier before then? Can't exactly afford to wait around twiddling our thumbs with this spell draining the life out of me. Not without drastically tampering with a spell that's holding our current reality together while we're still trapped in it. I'm going to guess that's not a good idea. There are a few worse ones. Nope, there are a few worse ones.
Damn it.
The opposite of what I said. If Kenny's out of the picture, that makes things a lot harder for us. There has to be someone else who knows where to find the witch's cave. But how are we gonna find them? It's not like you can just go around asking strangers. Maybe you should be asking yourself why you're talking to a pumpkin instead of coming over to see me after your shit in the woods like I told you to.
Joy!
Oh, Joy sucks, huh?
Sorry.
Joy, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little distracted. What a surprise. You've been acting weird. Did you take your meds tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I took them before we left. At least, I think I did. God, you are such a scatterbrain sometimes. Here, I brought some with me just in case. In fact, take an extra one just to be sure. But, Joy, I'm fine. No, you're not. You're talking to a pumpkin. You're acting Gungaga and people are gonna start getting suspicious. Is that what you want?
No!
No, of course not.
Bye.
I know this isn't your scene, but you want to be normal, right? Just be treated like everyone else. Isn't that what you said? Yes. Well, carrying around an ugly jack-o'-lantern is only vaguely considered normal if you're 10 years old. But
Bye.
put that stupid-looking thing down and go get a drink like a normal human being. I feel ashamed even talking to you right now. Okay, I'll find somewhere to put it. Throw it in the lake or something for all I care. Just hurry up. That thing gives me the creeps. Once it's gone, I need you to come right back here. Do you understand? You're gonna help me with a little long-term project I've been working on. What do you mean? There's something I need your help with tonight, Vi. Something important that only you can help with. Really? You need my help? Don't fall for that. I do. But seriously, there's something not right about that pumpkin. Get it out of here. I don't want to look at it for another second.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back, Joy. Oh, Vivian, there you are.
Sorry.
Sorry, can't talk now. But it's about... Excuse me. But... It's got very complicated.
Hey.
Hey. What?
Jill!
Damn it, Jill, don't do that.
What?
Did you seriously forget about me? No. I get a little excited when Joy asks me to do something for her, that's all. I noticed.
Hey.
What's with those pills she gave you? Are you sick?
What?
You saw that? I was literally in your arms, Vi. It's kind of hard to miss. Don't call me that. Only Joy is allowed to call me that. And those pills are none of your business.
Huh.
Now I'm totally sure this topic isn't going to come up again and be extremely relevant later on. Ugh, not everything is a movie, demon. Sure.
Well...
So what do you want me to call you?
Huh?
Or just Vivian is fine. Pronouns? She, her, nothing fancy. What about you? Jill works. And I'm in kind of a she-her mood too, I guess.
Huh?
Oh, you're gender fluid? More like gender plasma. Gender's something we demons picked up from humans, so we don't take it too seriously. I have no idea how to respond to that. Scream and splash.
What the?
What was that?
Christ, damn it.
It's starting earlier than I thought.
What?
What is? It sounds like I came from the lake. Hurry, we have to see what happened.
What?
Okay. Vivian! Shoot, where did she go? I carried Jill in my arms as I rushed toward the sound, using the light from her head like a flashlight. There was another dock a little further south of the one Mark had picked for the campsite, and I figured that was where the sound had come from. Sometimes I hate being right.
What the?
What the? No. That's not possible. CSI Shish Kebab. Okay, maybe we're gonna get those crime scenes. The evidence would indicate otherwise. Nope. Okay, that's not good. It does make it seem like Jill didn't actually kill anybody. But you were with me the whole time. I was holding you when we heard the scream. You couldn't have killed them.
Duh.
No shit, Sherlock. I didn't kill them last time either.
What?
Wait, what? Hold on. Are you telling me there's another killer out here? Well, technically no. I never actually killed anybody.
Huh?
Huh? Speak up. I can't hear you. I said I never actually killed anybody.
What?
What? And we're back to this again. Look, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I fully intended to slaughter all of you. I even picked out a couple kills from this old Thursday the 12th series I wanted to try to replicate. Thursday the 12th. It's a prequel series, I guess. But every time I found a suitable target, they were already drowned, crushed, impaled, or otherwise dead. Actually, now that I think about it, you and your little troop of walking stereotypes were the only people I met who kept your lungs long enough to scream when you saw me. I can't believe it. If you weren't the killer, then who... Wait, that means whoever killed Joy is still out there. I have to get back to the party and warn her. I can't let her... Hey!
Hey.
Hold your horses, Romeo. Get your vines off me before I smash your head like an egg demon.
Yeesh.
And people call me a hothead. Because the flames explode. Look, just calm down and listen to me, okay?
Joy.
I have to save Joy.
Hey.
Your pumpkin-hating bitch of a crush will be fine. Don't call her that. She said she wanted you to meet her at the back of the party, right? Yes. If the timeline is progressing the same way as it did before, then she should be reasonably safe so long as she doesn't go back to that clearing where we found her body. You're right. As long as I can keep her away from that clearing, she'll be okay. Well, she'll be less likely to die anyway. The only way to make sure she, and more importantly you, stay alive is to find whoever is stealing my kills and turn them inside out. I don't like how you phrased that, but I agree. Alright, you can let me go now.
Sorry.
Oh, and, sorry for, threatening to smash you. It's okay. Not like you could really hurt me anyway. I'm a lot more durable than I look, you know. I'll keep that in mind. Still, it's too bad we didn't get here in time to see who killed these two. Guess you better find somewhere to stash me so you can head back to the party and find another lead on the witch's cave. I have a better idea. Why are we getting closer to the dead bodies? I was too focused on finding Joy last time to take a proper look at the crime scene. But now that I'm a little calmer, I should be able to apply what I learned in the classroom and find some clues about our unknown slasher. Classroom? Wait, are you like a CSI in training? Not quite. I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. Oh, so you're more like Felonious Brains. Felonious Brains, okay. Dangerous Minds? Is that where we're going with that? Awesome. So this means you'll be able to reconstruct the perpetrator from the scene of the crime, right? Well, that show tends to exaggerate what we can do, and I'm only a student, but I should be able to figure out something. Awesome. What can I do to help? Just give me some light and let me know if you see anything that seems out of place. This may not be my first dead body tonight, but this is my first time doing a real investigation. Gotcha. Okay, let's find some clues. Woo, find the clues. This got real. Okay. There's 4 things I can click on. Oh, and I can turn around. Oh! Footprints. The most classic of all clues. Well, I can't argue with that. Especially since, like all classic footprints, these don't make any sense. What do you mean? Just look at them. These are my footprints, right? Yeah. And these 2 sets have to be from the victims. What's your point? The only prints here are the ones leading onto the dock. None of them lead away from it. Well, yeah, but there are 2 bodies and you're carrying me. That's 3 and 3, right? What's the problem? The problem is, where are the killer's footprints? If the only footprints are from me and our victims, then how did the killer get onto the docks? Or off of it? Oh, that's easy. It is. It's obvious. If the killer didn't come by land, then they must have come by sea. The killer must have come up from out of the... must have come up out of the lake. Yeah, huh. That would certainly make sense as an escape route. But there's a problem with your theory on the killer using it as an entrance. Oh? Look at the dock floor. It's completely dry. No puddles of or water anywhere. If the killer came up out of the lake, then they should have left some kind of sign. Maybe they used a boat. But there's already a boat tied to the end of this dock. Ooh. And if the killer took another boat, then we should have seen it on the water when we arrived. Okay, let's look at this body. Yeesh, I think between the 2 of them, this guy got it worse. It's certainly not a good way to go. It looks like the post stabbed through him just underneath the ribcage. If he didn't die immediately from the sheer trauma, I doubt he would have lived longer than a few seconds after he was impaled. So, the post destroyed his diaphragm. Does that mean our killer has knowledge of anatomy and purposefully killed him in such a way he wouldn't be able to call for help? You watch a lot of crime shows, don't you? Maybe. Well, to answer your question, no. We heard him scream as he fell onto the post, remember? Oh yeah. Then why go through the effort of impaling him, just to leave the other guy floating in the lake? That post is pretty sharp. As horrific as this is, I think he was just shoved backwards and fell onto the post. Possibly by accident. Well, that's a lame way to die. I haven't seen any good ways to die tonight. How about this ore? Hey, there's blood on this ore. So there is. That's odd. It must have spurted out of the guy on the post when he got impaled. No, look around. There's no blood anywhere else in the dock, and the body is angled so that any fountain-like blood spurts like you're imagining would have sprayed towards the lake, not on the dock. Maybe the killer used the ore to pry him off the post then? To try to pry him off the post then? Or, more likely, the blood didn't come from the impaled body. Okay. Hey, there's some of those red cups from the party. No surprise there, these 2 are from the party. They must have slipped away and come here after Mark passed out the cups. Nope. Look, you can see the names and what they drank written on them. Bobby T, Cola, Johnny R, Liquor, Rum, Vodka, Fireball. Yeesh, did he just write the whole drinks menu on this thing? Oh wait, was that whatever? Either he really wanted to win the drinking competition, or he had never mixed a drink before in his life. Farewell, Johnny R. We hardly knew ye, apart from how you would have made a terrible bartender. There's blood coming from this guy's head. I saw. He probably suffered some kind of head wound, either before falling into the water or on his way down. I don't see anything he could have hit his head. Nope, I don't see anything he could have hit as he fell, and the water's pretty deep at the end of the dock. It doesn't look that deep. Trust me, I fell in there plenty of times. Well, what do you expect when you walk around with your eyes shut? But I agree that it seems likely that something struck him in the head first, then he fell into the water. Okay, so those are the 5 clues we found. Okay, I think that's about all the clues we're gonna find here.
Huh.
So, we have 2 dudes who broke away from the party and came out to these docks alone.
Uh-huh.
One of them had a very strong drink in hand, and the other was drinking a plain soda. Then, someone comes out of nowhere, clocks one guy over the head into the lake, then goes all Vlad Tepish on the other. Then, our unknown killer disappears without a trace that they were ever here, apart from 2 undead bodies. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you're about to suggest that there's another demon or magical entity hunting around here, then you'd best brace yourself for disappointment.
What?
What?
Well,
I'm the only supernatural force on this lake, apart from the book. And I can say for certain that the book had no part in this.
Huh?
How can you be sure? Magic here works by modifying the code of your reality. I can read that code, and I can tell when it's been altered, and by who. There hasn't been any magic used around here since your spell. This double murder was completely mundane. But that's impossible. The evidence shows only 2 people around this dock.
damn it.
Oh, damn it, I must have missed something.
Hey!
Hang on a minute, I think you might be onto something here.
Huh?
Huh? We assumed that there were 3 people here, the 2 victims and the killer. But what if there was no third person? Is there any way the rest of the clues make sense that way? I don't know. Let's start at the beginning. Is there anything that might tell us why these 2 came out here? There's only... well... I guess the footprints told us why they came out here? How about the footprints? Nope. What about them? Well, the footprints are pretty clear in the sand, so I don't think they're running for their life. But the toes are deeper in the sand than the heels on one set of footprints, so whoever left them might have been walking on tiptoes. Like one of them was sneaking up on the other? I don't think so. The tracks show that they were walking side by side, but I think one of them was nervous about something.
Whoa.
Whoa, you can tell someone's attitude just by some footprints they left in the sand? Well, it's one possible explanation. But even if it is true, it doesn't tell us why he was nervous or what they were doing out here. True. But if we work with the idea that one of them was nervous, maybe one of the other clues will make more sense? Well, maybe. How about the cups? Well, the cups might hint at something. I guess I was right. The cups? Yeah, see the... Yes. Actually, never mind. It was a baseless conjecture. No, tell me. Well, remember how one of the drinks was ridiculously strong? There are plenty of possible explanations for why someone would do that at a party, but... Well, I mean, if someone invited me to come with them to look at a beautiful moonlit lake, I'd either think they're gonna murder me or confess. Whoa. So you think Johnny made up the strongest drink possible to get enough courage to ask Bobby out? It's just a theory. No, it makes sense. Okay, so the 2 of them came here for a moonlit confession. But how do we get from gay Hallmark moment to CSI intro? Let's see. So I'm working on the assumption there was no killer. I guess the confession went badly, and then construction worker tried to kill Fancy Man with an oar and then fell over. Maybe Bobby's confession didn't go over well?
Whoa.
Whoa, you mean this was some kind of murder-suicide? Something like that. I think what happened is... Wait.
Huh?
Huh? Allow me. Can you reconstruct it? Oh, good. Johnny invites Bobby out to a romantic moonlit scene to profess his love. He loads himself up on booze to build up his courage. But when he finally confesses his true feelings, Bobby is unable to return them. He tries to let Johnny down easy, but alas. With alcohol still swirling in his head, Johnny picks up a nearby oar and swings it at Bobby's head in a fit of scorned rage. Bobby goes tumbling into the water, and Johnny sees the lifeless corpse of his love float up to the surface. He looks down at Bobby's bobbing body, and Shakespearean tragedy stirs in his heart. Horrified at what he's done, Johnny looks around for help, but sees only the pointed moonlit tip of the dock post. He knows what he must do. He hurls himself backwards onto the post, piercing it through his already broken heart. So ends the tragic tale of Bob and Joe. Well, that's dark. Do you write fanfiction by any chance? Yeah, all demons do. Why? No reason. But getting back to your assessment, I'll grant you it's at least plausible. Although if we assume the murderer is the one with the strong drink, I think it's more likely he simply lost his balance after swinging the oar and fell onto the post by accident, rather than pausing to dramatically fling himself backwards onto the spike, especially since we heard the splash and the scream at roughly the same time. I like my version better. I like how the music went to like, okay, now that we've established it was a murder accidental death, we're in chill zone again. I'm sure you do. But if we're right and this actually was some kind of bizarre murder-suicide, or even just an accident, that still leaves us with an even bigger question. If these two killed themselves, then who stole all of my other kills? Not the way I would have put it, but yeah. This also hasn't brought us any closer to saving Joy.
Hey.
Do you know how to get to where she was killed?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Then, let's go. Maybe we can figure something out there, or just wait for the killer to arrive. Really? Well, it's not like we have any leads on where to find the witch's cave. Plus, I can tell how important this is to you. I figure if you're not worrying about the pumpkin hater getting axed, you're going to be more willing to help me. Thank you. But you're walking this time. I'm not carrying you around everywhere. Aww. So, that was your first investigation together. How close were you two to the truth? Pretty close. We were off on a few details, but we only found that out later. I see. So, your next stop was to clearing where you had found Joy's body? Yes, but we ran into an unpleasant acquaintance along the way. Alright. I think that's gonna be about it. There are more chapters, it seems, but I'm reaching the end, I think, for this stream. But I like this game quite a bit. So let's see who else is on. Let's go back to the main menu. Yep, it just saved. That's good. We played some Halloween games. Love that. Okay. There are a couple of people on, in fact. We might want to raid into. Let's do Book Slap. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. Cool. So yeah. Next let's see. Coming up, Saturday, more queer games. And next Tuesday probably as well. I have to look at exactly how long the queer games bundle is running. But we got a couple more games we can look at through it, and then I think probably either Saturday or Tuesday I will revisit some of the longer games that we've been playing, and we can get further in a couple of them. Maybe this one too. This is on the list now. There's a lot of really good games in this bundle. Definitely check it out at fellasisit.gay. Super cool. There's over 600 games, TTRPGs, music, art, zines, all sorts of stuff. Costs $60, less than the price of a AAA game now, and it's super great. It directly supports over 300 queer artists. I also will probably have a stream on Thursday to play some Silk songs, so if you're interested in that, come by during the day. And yeah, we're gonna head over to Bookslap now, who's doing Teamwork Tuesday. Should be fun. So yeah, on behalf of myself and Monster Plush of the Week, Grievard, hope you have a terrific rest of your Tuesday. Goodbye!